and I'm gonna show you guys how this is gonna come together. So I said I need breakfast. Right, you're cooked, here you go. So I'm going to be using my microwave egg cooker. I'm gonna just throw some stuff in my manual food processor, whip it up, toss it in my egg cooker. I had a paring knife, there it is. I sort of set stuff out. So I'm just gonna throw out a couple chunks of things. Basically, I'm making a little mini omelet in my egg cooker. So a couple pieces of my red pepper. I'm just gonna half a mushroom and throw that in there. A couple pieces of pepperoni. And I think that's all that I'm putting in here. We're gonna throw the lid on it. Now the manual food processor is great because I can just toss my lid on top, give it a couple of good pumps, if it's on properly. I've got chunks of everything. I'm actually going to toss my eggs right into there with them. And then my shells into my sink to deal with later. And the manual food processor is dishwasher safe, both the blades and the bowl. And the lid, you just have to wipe off because that's really the only part that gets dirty on the lid. And it's not dishwasher safe because you don't want to get water in there. But now my eggs are in there. Gonna give it a couple more pumps just to give those eggs a good mix. And then pour that mixture right into our egg cooker. And so ceramic egg cooker, great for not only little mini omelets, but you can do like, if you're gonna, like, have you ever Googled or gone on Pinterest and found like mug cakes? Those are great to do in here if you're just like I have to just get a chocolate craving in the evenings and just want a little snack. So I'll do, it's like, you know, a couple tablespoons of flour and some sugar, some cocoa, whatever. Those are really great in here. You can do oatmeals in here. It's got a little silicone band, so it's gonna keep it from getting too hot. The ceramic's gonna get warm, but the silicone's gonna keep it so that you can hold on to it. They're great for on the go, like if you wanna do your oatmeal and then toss them in the microwave while you're getting ready on your way out the door in the morning, and then grab this to eat on the road. It's great that way as well. So I'm gonna go, oh, my cheese, guys. You can't let me forget cheese. What the heck? I'm cheating. I'm just using bagged cheese because it's Monday. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little in there. I'm gonna give that a little stir because I do want it mixed up. And then I'm gonna show you guys what you really came for, and that's to see pasta sauce in the blender. So I'm gonna go like a minute and a half and then check it. I don't want it like exploding in my microwave, but you never know. All right, let's get those guys out of the way. Okay, Hidden Veggie Marinara. This is amazing for getting rid of stuff in your fridge that you need to, like, you know, food, produce that's kind of on the outs. You can add stuff in if you're thinking like it needs to get eaten, it needs to get used up. So let's start with our zucchini. I have like 1 and a bit zucchini that I didn't use the other day. And I did notice like my ends kind of starting to get a little soft. Perfect. This is the perfect recipe for it because it's gonna cook down. I've got my blender right here ready to go. And I'm just gonna give it like some chunks. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'll show you guys a better angle here. You guys probably can't see. Let's turn you down so you can see what's happening here. You can see the chaos. That's my kitchen counter. So just like, really, it doesn't matter. Just chunked, okay? And I'm going to put this right into my pitcher. I'm going to do, calls for a cup of carrots. I'm gonna do like 3. Now with the veggie peeler, it's designed to be able to peel both ways. So you can just go up and down, and it's gonna take your peels right off. Take that end that's a little gnarly, cut it into some bigger chunks, toss those in. Now as you can see, It's a pampered, not perfect kitchen. Things are flying everywhere. And I'm gonna save these parts. Any idea why I would want to? You want a snack? Do you want a piece of a carrot?
No, I want a tortilla.
You want a tortilla? Okay, can I get it for you in just a second? Thanks, buddy. Keep the ends, keep all this good bits. If you've ever heard me talk about making your produce last even longer and stretch even further, toss these into, oh wow, that's a lot of tortillas. My goodness, okay, this is where we're at Monday morning. Kids just taking a package of tortillas away. That's what he calls them, tortillas. Keep your veggie remnants. So like if this wasn't mushy on the end, I would keep that piece of zucchini. But onions, your leaves from your celery, your peels, your ends from your carrots here that you're not using, toss those in a freezer bag and throw them, like just a big Ziploc, throw them into your freezer and use them for making soup stock. Hello, how awesome is that? We need some garlic. I forgot my garlic. We need some Italian seasoning. So if you're using our pantry products, the single thread right there that you guys can see. If I go there, that's a tablespoon. So I don't have to measure, although we do have lovely measuring spoons. Don't have to worry about it. I'm gonna put some salt in there. Going to go with the very official measurement of a teaspoon. Yeah, sure. That looks good. And I need a can of diced tomatoes, one of the big mothers. I'm going to show you guys how the can opener works. Before I forget though, I'm going to grab my 4 garlic cloves, anywhere from 4 to 6. Let's not be hating on the garlic. Now if you're using our garlic press, you don't have to peel your garlic cloves. But in this case, I'm gonna toss my garlic cloves in whole because my blender can handle it. And I'm just gonna give them a quick peel. So I'm gonna use the peeler from the peeler and slicer set. I'm gonna toss them right into the tube. Give it a quick roll. Pop the peels off of those. That one still has a few left. There we go. Come off there. Come off there. What you doing to me here? There we go. Nope, that one's still stuck. There we go. Put those in my little garbage bowl. Can opener. Now, when you're using our can opener, it's going to sit on the outside. Can you see that? It's not attached. It's not going to clip on until you give it the turn and it grabs. Now, it's hooked on there. You're going to go your whole rotation all the way around the can. You're going to feel when you get to the end, it's going to get easier. Da, 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 da. You can dance while you're waiting. Okay, I can feel it. It's loosened up. I'm going to turn my handle backwards till it releases. Now, you've got some little grabber teeth right here. See them? And you've got a little push button right here. You can see them grabbing. You're gonna grab right onto the edge of your can and lift straight up. Now, what this has done is it's actually cut the whole way around the side of the can. There's no sharp edges, so you're gonna be good to go. Now, I always do this. I need to make sure I don't add the tomatoes too early. Yeah, see? I was gonna dump them in, and you don't add them in until after this whole bit is done. So I'm gonna set these beside. But you got to see how the can opener works. I'm gonna grab a little bit of water. I need 1/4 cup. And that's gonna go right in as well. So, this is it. This is our pasta sauce starter. Remember, we're gonna add the tomatoes in a little bit. Now, I'll pop you guys back up. The blender has a couple features that I love that I want to share with you guys. there is a safety feature, and that's the biggest thing, because with high-powered blenders, they go fast, right? They're not called high-powered for no reason. And so we want to make sure that nobody's going to accidentally be putting their hands in there and making any injuries happen. So our blender's designed with a safety feature that it actually won't turn on unless the lid is engaged. So you'll hear the sound and you know that it's now engaged. And now I can actually make a setting based on the presets. There's 8 different presets, and depending on what you're using or what you're making, you're gonna be able to select which one you need. Now I'm using the Hidden Veggie Marinara straight out of the cooking guide that comes with the book, or comes with the blender, the book that comes with the blender. And I'm gonna use the heated puree setting. Now this setting is great if you're making heated purees to add into pasta sauces. So if you were just gonna like make a carrot puree or a butternut squash puree and you were gonna actually mix it in to a pasta sauce, this is a great way to do it. Heated puree is really great for baby food. So anybody that is gonna be coming up on that in the next couple months, this is gonna be your go-to. There's a couple other settings. We've got alternative milk. So if you make your own almond milk, oat milk, rice milk, cashew, macadamia, whatever, you can do that in here. We've got our smoothie setting, which we use every single morning. You can use it in the pitcher, or you can actually get the attachment that's just the single tumbler. The grind setting, which is great for making your own nut butters. And we love peanuts, 3 cups of peanuts, a pinch of salt, grind for 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, there is a tamper as well that is available that comes with your blender. But this is designed because in some cases you're gonna need to push down the content. So for example, when you're making peanut butter, they're grinding and they're kind of rising up the side of the pitcher because they're dry and they need to get reincorporated back in. The tamper is designed so it's actually not gonna hit your blades. So you can take the middle part of the lid off and you can be able to stick this through the middle. So that lid is still engaged, it's still gonna be working, right? Because remember I said that was a safety feature. But you're going to be able to actually push some stuff down, and this isn't going to get chewed up by the blades. As you can see, totally intact, no scratches. The soup setting, which is fabulous, toss your veggies in. My favorite's the broccoli soup, couple handfuls of spinach at the end, the white cheddar, it's delicious. 35 minutes, dump everything in, 35 minutes later you've got the smoothest soup, it's delicious. Heated puree, which is one we're going to use. The last 2 are patent pending to Peppered Chef. So we've got a jam and a sauce setting. Jam setting is actually going to get up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit because that's the temperature at which pectin activates. And the sauce setting is going to be able to add in and incorporate, so if you're making a hollandaise, a gravy, the nacho cheese sauce is so good. If you're doing the one out of the book, amp up the spices a little bit. It's a little bit bland, needs a little bit more help. But those 2 you're not going to find on any other blender. Now I'm talking about things like soup and the heated puree. Oh, the last setting is the heated wash. This guy makes itself into a little dishwasher and washes itself. All of these things, sure, how do they compare to other high-powered blenders on the market? Ours actually has a heating element right in the bottom. So this is actually going to cook from raw. So I've got raw carrots, raw zucchini, and I'm throwing this in there with a little bit of water. We're gonna get some moisture out of the veg as well, but that heating element is actually going to cook these veggies down. It's going to be boiling by the end, and I'll post a little video after in the comments of this so you guys can see what it looks like when it's actually up to boil. But it's not just going to warm with friction. It is actually cooking with that heating element. That's how we can have those jam, like that jam and that sauce setting, because it's actually getting up to those temperatures. The heated wash, you're gonna do 3 cups of water, 2 drops of soap. It's gonna bring it up to 144 degrees. It's gonna spin it around and blend it into oblivion and clean the inside for you, no problem. So all we have to do now is go to our heated puree setting, hit start, and let it do its thing. It's gonna alternate between blending and heating. Until it gets up to its desired temperature. So we're gonna let that go until it says to add in the tomatoes. The tomatoes are gonna be in a little while, so now you can see it's gone quiet. It's flipped to heating, and I can see that right on the display. When it gets to the temperature that it's supposed to be at and it's done its cycle of blend and heat, it's actually going to show me a little countdown timer, and I'll know when to add the tomatoes. I might actually pause this just so I can finish telling you guys. So it's gonna say when it beeps and it says add, that's when we're gonna add the tomatoes. And then we're just gonna mix this with whatever pasta we have on hand. I'm probably gonna freeze about half this batch of sauce so that I can just make a small batch for the kids today. And then I've got frozen sauce ready to go in the fridge when I need it. Let's check on our breakfast and see where we're at. Now every microwave is different and we just got a new microwave, so I need to get used to this one. I'm gonna go about another minute on it. And then I've got my breakfast omelet ready to go and I've got my pasta sauce ready for lunch. So that is life in a Pampered Chef kitchen Monday morning. The best thing about this for you guys is it is on sale this month. So it is on for 25% off. It's on for $336. That comes with your warranty. That comes with your personal concierge to make sure you know how to use it, to make sure you've got all the recipes and you are taken care of with it. I honestly could not live without ours in our kitchen. We use it, like I said, every single morning for smoothies, like 7 days a week for smoothies. I'm gonna use it, like you see, for the pasta sauce today. We use it for soups. We use it for, like, even if you ran out of icing sugar, did you know you can put like white sugar in there, a little bit of cornstarch, and blend it, and it will blend it into icing sugar. Like what? Summertime for your margaritas, your daiquiris, your pina coladas. The soup, I've already said, the peanut butter is off the charts. It is your alternative to like a natural peanut butter. You don't have to stir it. It stays incorporated. It doesn't separate into those oils. You know exactly what's going into it. Seriously, could not live without this blender. And at 25% off, you would be crazy to miss out on it this month. So that offer is available until 11:59 Central Time this coming Sunday night. January 31st after that, you snooze, you lose. So if that is something that is on your wish list, we can make sure that you can get it into your cart and into your home as soon as possible. Hope you guys have a great Monday. Thanks so much for watching what's going on in my kitchen this morning. Have a great week.